Your thoughts?
What? What? Who?
Nice.
Good morning and welcome to Thursday. The time is 9:02 on this 4th day of January, and we got a fun one for all of you today. We're going to be talking to Seed To Sewn here in about a couple of minutes or so. They're going to join us in the 10 o'clock hour. They are a brand new business where, you know, it's really cool. I saw a couple of days ago on a post that they're going to be one of the official apparel providers of the new memorial that's being put up in Grafton. They have a lot of work that they're really accomplishing, and we're going to join them at 10:10, and we're going to get the latest on Seed To Sewn and see ways that, you know, we can utilize their services and be a part of it. Then at 10:30, we're going to be talking to Russ Smith and Greg Franklin with the Lodge at the Lovejoy. Coming up on January the 13th, Pasta House reunion. This is exciting. So any past employee, any friends of the Pasta House, any former patrons of the Pasta House are invited to the Lodge at the Lovejoy on January the 13th for a Pasta House Alton Square Mall reunion. This is going to be really fun, so I'm excited for those conversations. And then 9 o'clock, it's just you, me, and the four walls that are here in the studio, and we're going to talk about things happening around the Riverbend and throughout the country, and we'll see what other trouble we can cause in the 9 o'clock hour. But at 9:03, here's what's happening around the Riverbend. Make sure you sign up for your daily email update, and you'll never miss out. Join myself and 70,000 in the know each and every day of the work week and on Saturdays with the daily email update. We will take you to Alton first. Dan Brandon is our content director, and he brings us the following. Alton police were called to the scene where an adult male was found in a wooded area in the 2300th block of Lincoln Avenue at 12:37 p.m. on Wednesday. Alton Police Chief Jarrett Ford said when officers arrived at the scene, they determined the male subject to be deceased. Here's his statement. The investigation into the male subject's death is ongoing. Investigators with the Alton Police Department's Criminal Investigations Division are conducting the investigation and are being assisted by the Illinois State Police and the Madison County Coroner's Office. Ford closed with the following statement. Anyone with information is asked to call the Alton Police Department's Criminal Investigations Division at 618-463-3505, extension 634. Also in the news, Dan Brandon reporting out of Cahokia Heights. Cahokia Heights detectives are investigating a deadly shooting that did occur at 11 p.m. on Saturday, December the 30th at Greystone Apartments off Old Missouri Avenue. Cahokia Heights police have reported a woman was shot and killed in her car outside an apartment complex. The neighborhood has reported previous gunfire activity to police, so it is not unknown in that vicinity. To date, no one has been apprehended and suspects or a victim have not been identified. Also in the news, out of Edwardsville, the Edwardsville Police partnered with the Illinois Department of Transportation and law enforcement across the state for the holiday drive sober or get pulled over drunk driving enforcement campaign. From December the 15th through January 2nd, the Edwardsville police showed zero tolerance for impaired driving and arrested 6 for the deadly crime. 1 child safety seat citation, 1 distracted driving citation, 8 speeding citations, 3 illegal transportation of alcohol citations, 7 misdemeanor charges, and 24 traffic citations were issued in this campaign, and 6 being charged with DUI. A quote from Brandon Whitaker, the lieutenant for the Edwardsville Police Department: "We need to drive this message home. Impaired driving is seriously risky business. It's illegal, and it endangers the driver, their passengers, and everyone else on the road." The Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign helps our law enforcement deal with this problem head on. If you're under the influence, do not get behind the wheel. The Edwardsville Police did ramp up its usual enforcement efforts, adding 6 additional officers for this campaign. The Holiday Enforcement Campaign is administered by IDOT with federal highway safety funds managed by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Out of Washington, Congresswoman Nikki Budzinski and Congressional Labor Caucus co-chairs Representative Mark Bocan, Donald Necross, Debbie Dingell, Stephen Horsford, and Marcy Kaptur, Chris DeLuzio, and Amelia Sykes, led 45 of their colleagues in a bipartisan letter urging the Biden administration to ensure a comprehensive regulatory review of the Nippon Steel's acquisition of U.S. Steel. Here's their statement. Domestic steel production is crucial to the United States economy, including supporting tens of thousands of well-paying middle-class jobs across the country, as well as being key to the United States industrial base and our global competitiveness. To preserve U.S. domestic steel production capacity and to ensure the steel production jobs remain good jobs going forward, it is critical that any company that acquires U.S. Steel commits to respecting and working collaboratively with the company's workforce, the members wrote in a letter to Joe Biden. They continued, however, as you know, the union representing U.S. Steel workforce, the United Steelworkers, has raised significant concerns about the planned acquisition of U.S. Steel, including a failure by both parties to consult USW in the process. Members continued, we therefore encourage your administration to use all available tools to ensure a comprehensive regulatory review of this deal and its implications for the United States workers and our industrial base. The letter also raises the implications of the acquisition for U.S. national security and domestic steel production capabilities. It expresses support for the National Economic Council Director Renard's comment at this acquisition appears to deserve serious scrutiny. This letter follows a December 21st letter led by Congresswoman Budzinski and signed by Senators Durbin and Duckworth demanding answers from Nippon Steel on their intentions with existing operations and facilities in Illinois, details on worker retention, and any proposed layoffs and their plans for Granite City Works. We will keep you updated as more details do emerge. Out of Granite City as well, the Illinois Department of Transportation did announce that repairs on eastbound Interstate 270 between Illinois 3 and Riverview Drive in Missouri will require lane closures starting, weather permitting, at 9 p.m. Friday, January the 5th. One lane will always remain open and all lanes will reopen by 5 a.m. Monday, January 8th. Motorists should expect delays and are encouraged to use alternate routes during this closure. Drivers are urged to reduce speed, be alert for changing conditions, obey all construction signage, and refrain from using mobile devices while approaching and traveling through the work zone. For IDOT District 8 updates, you can follow them on Twitter, or for the area construction details, you can find that on IDOT's Traveler's Information Map on gettingaroundillinois.com. That's gettingaroundillinois.com. Also in the news, the Hainer Public Library District will be hosting St. Louis, the best sports town in America, an evening with Ed Wheatley on Tuesday, January the 16th at 6:30 p.m. at Hainer Library at Alton Square Mall. The upper-level performance room, sports historian, author, and documentarian to present lecture about St. Louis's rich sports history. St. Louis has been long known as a city with a rich sports history. 4 of the most prestigious trophies in sports are named after St. Louisans, 1 in chess, 1 in golf, 1 in soccer, and 1 in tennis. Can you name them? What about the 4 national football teams that started as a St. Louis franchise? Did you know that in 2014, the United States designated St. Louis as the chess capital of the country? And get this, can you name 2 St. Louisans who teamed up to form Wimbledon's first ever interracial mixed doubles team? What Hollywood legend could regularly be seen racing his dad's at a racetrack in Winsville? You can learn all these questions and much more as they revisit the sights and sounds of St. Louis sports memories. When author and historian Ed Wheatley explains what makes St. Louis a contender as the best sports town in America. This program will take place on Tuesday, January the 16th at 6:30 p.m. at the Performance Room at Alton Square Mall. You can call 1-800-613-3163 to register for this free program. Ed Wheatley is an award-winning, best-selling author, film producer, and sports historian. He is also a weekly sports contributor on St. Louis's Drive Time radio program. His book, The St. Louis Browns, The Story of a Beloved Team, received numerous accolades and awards, including Sports Collector's Digest selection as the best baseball book published in 2017. Also in the news, out of Alton and West Alton, this year's annual Alton Eagle Ice Festival invites Riverbend residents to enjoy raptor meet and greets, eagle watching tours, food trucks, and so much more this coming Saturday, January the 6th. Here's the latest. From 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., you can stop by Flock Food Truck, the National Great Rivers Museum, and the Audubon Center at Riverlands for many eagle-themed activities, most of which are free. The Eagle Ice Festival encourages people to engage with nature and connect to the wildlife in the area. Here's a quote from Ashley Lockwood, an educator at the Audubon Center. It's a combination of a bunch of different organizations bringing free resources to people so that not only are they getting an education, especially about eagles, but they're learning about all these resources that they have in the area that they can go out and hike here, or they can go learn about the dam, explained Ashley Lockwood. I know it's a big draw to the area, so that's something that I think a lot of people are embracing. Lockwood pointed out while most people want to hunker down inside during these winter months, this is actually one of the absolute best times to be outside in nature, especially since the colder temperatures bring more big birds to the Riverbend region. Flock will host several food trucks that day. They will also have fire pits and s'more kits available. Attendees can check out ice carvers, get their faces painted, or pose for pictures with eagles there at Flock. The Alton Visitor Center will offer eagle watching tours for $15. You can purchase tickets online with a hyperlink that's on the RiverBender.com article. The Lewis and Clark Confluence Tower will also be open for tours throughout the day, and a mile away, the National Great Rivers Museum will have several activities. Visitors can use spotting scopes to see nesting eagles, watch films about eagles, and vote for a winner in the Winter on the River photography contest. You can also take a tour to the top of the Melvin Price Lock and Dam, where you'll more than likely spot an eagle. At the Audubon Center, you can walk the trails and enjoy educational activities. The Riverlands Migratory Bird Sanctuary, which is part of the center, will have many eagles, swans, and fowl alike that you can see up close as you walk through the property. The center is offering free eagle meet and greets and $10 guided bird hikes. Lockwood explained that we will have, and here's her quote, "We will have different activities for families to come out and learn about. I know that it's a big deal throughout the Riverbend areas, and we see thousands of people coming out here to the sanctuary on that day, so it's going to be a very busy event. But we're also really, really excited because it helps get our messaging out there, and it helps people realize that this is their land. It's public land, and it's open from sunrise to sunset for for them any day of the year. Jacoby's Art Center will also host a winter vendor fair on Saturday, and its reigning Zen will be giving away free Stone Eagle figurines to the first 70 children ages 12 and under who come through the store. The festival is presented by Phillips 66 in Wood River. For more information about the Eagle Ice Festival and where to find the activities, food trucks, tours, and eagles, you can visit the Great Rivers and Routes Tourism Bureau website at riversandroutes.com and check out the Eagle Ice Festival webpage for more details. Lockwood's final quote, "It puts a smile on all of our faces. It's probably the biggest celebration of the year that we have to say, this is our heritage of the area. This is why we're here. This is why we're protecting the land." So I think that it really takes us back to our roots. That's a look at what's happening around the Riverbend at 9:16. Here's a look at your weather. We just broke freezing, 32 degrees here in the 618. Feels like 37 today. Clouds and breaks of sun. There is the potential of a storm early next week. We're already starting to see those notes. So check back to RiverBender.com/weather often, and we'll keep you updated. We will have hyper-local extreme weather giving us a ring on Monday if we do need that pertinent information. I know that we are expecting some wintry mixes and some accumulation of some snow early next week. Coming up today, we can expect temperatures to reach 39 degrees. We are not touching 40 today. They will drop down to 25 overnight as we head into Friday. On Friday, we can expect another high of 39 degrees. It will drop down to 32 overnight as we head into Saturday, where we can start our weekend with a 55% chance of precipitation. 41 degrees for the high on Saturday and 34 for the low heading into Sunday. Sunday, we can expect 41 degrees and 30 for the low, respectively. No chance of precipitation. And then on Monday, the 8th, 62% chance of precipitation. What they're calling for now, they don't know yet. They just say there's precipitation that could be coming down. Temperatures on Monday reaching 42 degrees. They will drop down to 34 overnight. But right now, as it sits, 32 degrees. It feels like 37 for time and temperature throughout the day. You give this phone number a ring, 618-465-4545. This time powered by Tom Lane. He's your local State Farm agent. If you want to take a look at that beautiful Alton skyline in the Alton webcam, it's available online at RiverBender.com/weather. You'll see it in real time, and I kind of like it because I can notice some of the cars that are driving by. I think those are my friends or my family. I get to say, I saw you on RiverBender. Hey, I just talked about the Alton Eagle Ice Festival, but mark your calendars for January the 6th. This is going to be really fun. You know, a great event, especially after the holidays, because it's so hard to hit the reset button. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We're right after the holidays. Hell, I don't even know what day of the week it is yet. You know, I'm still going through the holiday blackout. You can start getting back to reality by going out and being a part of this really family-friendly public event this Saturday in multiple locations. The event starts at 10 a.m. It will run until 2 p.m. on Saturday. And whether or not you're going to the Audubon Center, the National Great Rivers Museum, Jacoby Art Center, or Flock Food Truck Park, there's something for everybody. And I highly encourage you to get outside, have some fun, and learn more about the eagles in our region and the birds and fowl alike. It's going to be a great event, and for more information, again, riversandroutes.com, riversandroutes.com, or check out the RiverBender.com events page for more information. 9:19, that's the time on this 4th day of January. We'll take a quick break, and our daily show will continue right after this in the heart of the Riverbend. Is it time to buy, sell, or even time to consider a short sale of your property? Meet Lisa Webb, owner of 3rd Street Realty. This local, women-owned, family-operated realty group has over a decade of experience in foreclosures, first-time home buying, and so much more. 3rd Street Realty prides themselves on holding your hand through the entire process. Let their expertise guide you to your dream home. Visit 3rdstrealty.com and start your journey with Lisa Webb today.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today. Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Putting trouble on the run. Man, you found the hole in yon, twisting the night away. Yeah, twisting. Everybody's feeling great. They're twisting the night away.
Welcome back. 924. Hey, you know, great information coming from OSF Healthcare. Before we do On This Date in History, should kids use pre-workout supplements? So, did you have a childhood hero? I know all of us did, whether or not, you know, it was an athlete, a musician, you name it. If so, you likely aspired to emulate some of their achievements or who they are. Well, nowadays, your kids may see their favorite athlete or, unfortunately, a social media influencer using pre-workout supplements, whether on social media or in stores to enhance their performance in the gym or even on the field. Pre-workout supplements come in various names, flavors, and sizes. Some popular options are creatine and branded chain amino acids, BCAA, while creatine and the main ingredient in the most pre-workout supplements is caffeine. Most BCAAs don't contain caffeine. These supplements are taken before a workout or any athletic competition with the goal of increasing endurance, muscle mass, and reducing recovery time. But the question is, should middle or high school age students use these supplements? OSF Healthcare has the answer, probably not. Here's a quote from Erica Dawkins, a dietetic intern with OSF Healthcare. These can cause increased heart rates or even heartburn. You're also taking a lot of supplements that are going straight to your gut. You can see some nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, or constipation. They're also not well monitored. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, isn't regulating these very closely. Taking it further, kids with heart defects need to steer clear of these supplements, according to Erica Dawkins. A lot of times we see defects or heart irregularities, that somebody isn't even aware of. They don't know that until they take something like this and have an adverse event. So if you're already know, avoid these because we don't want to throw that heart into an abnormal rhythm it might not be able to come back from. So what are some of the benefits of this pre-workout supplements? A lot of them, already have beta-alanine or branched-chain amino acids, which help improve recovery time, reduce fatigue, Dawkins says. We also see some nitrates used that help improve blood flow to the muscles. Most pre-workouts are intended for healthy adults in moderation. Pregnant and nursing women generally advised to avoid them due to the high caffeine content. So what about alternatives? Focus on, first, making sure you have quality workouts, then introduce healthy nutrition, Dawkins says. We want to make sure we're getting that nutrition throughout the day, especially if we're working out multiple times throughout the day. If you're working out within 2 to 4 hours, make sure you're getting a snack. We see a lot of benefits of pre-workout snacks or snacks during halftime. We also want to make sure we're staying adequately hydrated. Dawkins says leafy and root vegetables like spinach, lettuce, and beets are great natural options. They have a natural nitrate in it, so we're getting the same effects that we would from a pre-workout supplement just in our regular diet, Dawkins added. Having a conversation with your child's pediatrician or sports medical physician is extremely important if you're wondering what supplements should or should not be added to their routine. Just saw that. Tim Dittman just sent it over, but I know that so many individuals and students, because they all want to get to that next level, and now there's so many options out there, and not all of them are the best. So just be mindful. Make sure you talk to your primary care provider, and thank you to OSF Healthcare for providing us that very great information. Let's take a look at what happened on this date in history, the 4th day of January. A lot more interesting than I would have thought. So let's start off with the big one. On this date in 1999, merely 24 days before the birth of me, for the first time since Charlemagne's reign in the 9th century, Europe is united with a common currency. The euro has debuted on this date in 1999. The financial unit in corporate and investment markets, 11 European Union nations, including Austria, Belgium, Finland, France, Germany, Ireland, Italy, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, Portugal, and Spain, representing some 290 million people, launched the currency in hopes of increasing European integration and economic growth, closing at a robust $1.17 US dollars because of the conversion. On its first day, the euro promised to give the dollar a run for its money in the new global economy. Euro cash, decorated with architectural images, symbols of European unity, and member state motifs, went into circulation on January 1st, 2002, replacing the Austrian shilling, Belgian franc, and the Finnish marka, the French franc, the German mark, the Italian lira, and the Irish punt, the Luxembourg franc, and the Netherlands guider. A number of territories and non-EU nations, including Monaco and Vatican City, they also adopted the euro. That happened on this date In 1999. In 1796, we're going all the way back here. The House of Representatives accepts the colors or flag of the French Revolutionary Republic, proclaiming it the most honorable testimonial of existing sympathies and affections of the two republics. That happened on this date in 1796. On this date in 1996, right after the news that the F-150 Lightning's jumping $10,000 in price, General Motors announced at the Greater Los Angeles Auto Show it's going to build an electric car. It was dubbed the EV1, to be launched in the fall of that year. I Googled it. Yeah, not really impressed. Kind of, just not. Also on this date in history, the Boston Strangler striked again. The killer left a card reading Happy New Year, leaning against the victim, Mary Sullivan's foot. That happened on this date in history. Also, on this date in 1896, 6 years after Wilford Woodruff's president of the Mormon Church issued the manifesto reforming political, religious, and economic life in Utah, the territory is admitted into the Union as the 45th state of America. And on this date in 1995, the 104th Congress becomes the first held entirely under Republican control since the Eisenhower era, thanks in part to Newt Gingrich and his contract with America. The Republican Party won majority control of Congress for the first time in 40 years. On this date in 1974, President Nixon refuses to hand over tape recordings and documents that had been subpoenaed by the Senate Watergate Committee, marking the beginning of the end of his presidency. Nixon would resign from office in disgrace 8 months later. Let's see. One final one on this date. Poet T.S. Eliot in 1965 dies in London at the age of 76. The Wasteland, published in 1922, was considered the single most influential work of poetry of the 20th century. That happened on this date in history. And, well, that'll about do it. We'll take a quick break and we'll come back and talk about all the events that are happening in the 618 right after this on RiverBender.com.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Linux system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Welcome back. 9:35. I like this kind of laid-back 9 o'clock hour. We got a full 10 o'clock. That's why we're talking now, because we won't have much time to just chat, in the 10 o'clock hour. Hey, I wanted to fill you in really quick before we talk about events. This is something I wanted to cover in top of the hour news because I didn't know any of this. So a couple of days ago, Jake Lesby with AirSense Environmental came on the show and announced that, they kicked off the month by sharing some facts and spreading awareness about radon because January is National Radon Action Month. His company's ability to test and treat it effectively was also discussed. Lesby said AirSense Environmental is one of the few, if not the only company in the area to offer both testing and mitigation for radon. They use high-tech radon testers, which often offer a point-by-point hourly breakdown of a room's temperature, barometric pressure, and its radon levels. With a background in construction and renovation, I just spilt my water. Fully renovating homes, Lesby has taken an intensive course and exam to learn the scientific causes behind radon exposure and its associated diseases. He said radon is definitely a real thing and can even be deadly. Here's his quote. The EPA right now estimates that 21,000 people a year die from radon exposure. It's the second leading cause of lung cancer in smokers. It's the number one leading cause of lung cancer in non-smokers, Lesby said. Another interesting fact is that if you're a smoker or have smoked, you're 62 times more likely to be affected by radon exposure during the wintertime, especially at night. Lesby said homes are especially prone to something called a stack effect. With cold air outside and hot air inside, because we're running the heat, the hot air rises and creates a suction effect within the home that can pull radon up from the cracks in the foundation. He said even rain can increase the radon levels in some homes. Lesby's business partner, Jake Jackson, is also a real estate agent based in Alton who often ran into problems finding available radon mitigators for homes he was selling. Seeing a gap in the market and a strong demand for radon testing and mitigation, the two teamed up to form AirSense Environmental. To learn more about AirSense Environmental and to schedule one of those tests, because you should have them done every couple of years, you can visit airsenseenvironmental.com. That's airsenseenvironmental.com. And for more facts about radon, an in-depth discussion on the mitigation process, and more, watch the full interview on our daily show. Go to RiverBender.com/daily show to find out all you need to know and listen to that conversation in its entirety. Hey, whether you're looking to learn something new, enjoy the great outdoors, or just have some fun, this weekend's event lineup has something for everyone, literally. So I don't know if you guys paid attention, but the last couple of weeks I started to, in collaboration with the team, doing once a week, just letting you guys know all the events that are happening down the pipeline this coming weekend. And we're going to release that every Wednesday, so you always are in the know and you don't have to go looking for stuff. It's all here in your daily dose of local, RiverBender.com. From educational programs to thrilling outdoor adventures, there's no shortage of activities to choose from. You don't want to miss out on the variety and the appeal these events have to offer. For the full event listings, because these are only the few of them, for the full event listings, you have to be sure to visit RiverBender.com/events. Now, we already talked about it once or twice, but for all of you eagle enthusiasts and just folks that want to get out and be a part of the community, Alton Eagle Ice Festival 2024 must-attend event celebrating the wintering American bald eagles. offering activities at Flock Food Truck, National Great Rivers Museum, the Audubon Center at the Riverlands, from live eagle viewings to winter activities for all ages. It's a day of fun from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. You won't want to miss it. For the little scientist in your life, Bite-Size Science at Hainer Library in Alton is the perfect outing. This monthly STEM-themed program offers interactive kits with activities ranging from robotics to earth science designed for ages 7 to 10. Now, for all the anglers, outdoorsmen, and outdoors women, children, and all of them alike, families will enjoy the Let's Go Fishing Show at the Gateway Center in Collinsville, offering everything from fishing gear to live demos and kid activities from January the 5th through the 7th. Art and animal lovers can unite. Listen to this one. I found this and just had to make sure you knew about it. WAG, an exhibit for dogs, opening reception this weekend. How cool is this? So it's at the Foundry Art Center in St. Charles. It's Friday evening, a unique interactive art exhibit designed for our canine friends. I got to learn more about this. I reached out. I'm still waiting for a call back, but we're going to learn more because this is one of the coolest things, and I'm kind of wanting to take Nico. I don't think he'll be behaved, though. I don't know. I'm kind of worried about what the requirements are for, dog discipline, I guess. But WAG will be running for a couple of weeks, I think a month or two. But the opening reception is at the Foundry Art Center in St. Charles, that unique interactive art experience that was designed for our canine friends. It's WAG, an exhibition for dogs. You can gather the girls for Sock Hop into 2024, the dance at East Alton Recreation Center, where K through 12th graders can enjoy a 50s-themed sock hop with a photo booth contest and, a heck of a lot more. You're looking to combine fitness with creativity. We got you covered. Well, we don't, but Creative Resolutions does. Over there at Riverbend Yoga in Alton, a yoga and art workshop, Creative Resolutions might be the event just for you. Enjoy a yoga session followed by an art class where you'll create a beautiful painting. Music lovers, mark your calendars for Riverbend Dueling Pianos at Bakers and Hale in Godfrey for an evening of entertainment and song requests on the first Friday of the month. You don't want to miss Hard Drive Live at the Alton VFW, where you can enjoy performances and a great dance floor, can't even read my, own writing, at the VFW Post 1308 in Alton. And for all of you that just want to have something different to do and something that maybe if you're planning to sell or donate books, you can visit the Friends of Hainer Library book sale, where you can find a wide range of materials for all ages. The perfect opportunity to find some, books just to read whenever the snow days come or whenever that weather hits and you have to stay inside. And for all the Keurig fans out there, listen to this. You're going to love the Keurig Pop-Up Bar at the Niedring House building in Granite City, serving hot beverages every Saturday from December to February. For a chilly thrill, participate in Freezing for Funds 2024 at Glazebrook Park in Godfrey, where you can take a dip for charity. Give the gift of life by donating at the Impact Life Blood Drive at the Walgreens in Maryville, and receive a special gift card voucher or even other rewards. Now, for the teens out there, there's a Nintendo Switch event every Saturday at the Niedring House building in Granite City. And get crafty this winter. Craft workshops are available as well. Bird watchers should not want to miss the Roost Watch at the Audubon Center in West Alton for an evening of swan viewing. And celebrate the end of the holiday season with 12th Night Middletown Bonfire at Haskell Park in Alton for carols, cookies, and, community warmth. You can enjoy a night of live music with the Cheers Band at the Winter Jam as well at the Alhambra Fireman and Legion Park and Hall in Alhambra. As we round out our weekend's events, please remember, if you have an event you'd like to share with the community, you can sign in to your RiverBender.com account. It's free. Submit your event to the community calendar. Plus, listen, this is kind of where my job comes into play a little bit behind the scenes. If you're ready to make that event the big one, and you know what I'm talking about, there's always a few a year that whenever they put out the post, thousands flock to it. And we all want to get there with our event planning. What if I told you we could help you get hundreds of thousands of impressions and tens of thousands of eyes on your event? If you reach out to me, CJ at RiverBender.com, or give us a call today in the office, 618-465-9850. John or I, well, we'll help you with any of your event promotion needs. Give us a call today, and we will make sure that we get all the eyes we can on it and help you make it a success. You can find out all this information also on your account page on RiverBender.com. When you sign in, they'll ask you if you want to promote it. They'll give you some options, and you'll be able to do so, or you can put it on for free. It still is put on there. It's not hidden like Facebook does. Whatever day your event's on, that's the date it'll show up on. And I'm really happy with the work that's going on in the community calendar. 9:45 is the time. We'll take a quick pause, and we'll come back, talk some more as we wrap up the 9 o'clock hour on this first Thursday in downtown Alton.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank. The local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBenderRadio.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Oh, 9:47. Hey, on Saturday, February the 17th, the Hainer Public Library District. Listen to this. Friends of the show coming together. A real letter written by Abraham Lincoln to an Alton resident will be on display. The real letter. Director Mary Cordes joined me on the show and explained that the library has owned this letter for many, many decades, but it's usually stored in their safe deposit box. Now, from 8:30 a.m. till 1 p.m. on February the 17th at the Genealogy and Local History Library in downtown Alton. It's right up the road, that beautiful building right across from Tab's Cafe. You can see the letter on display for the first time and listen to a lecture by historian and friend of the show, Tom Emery, about Lincoln's connection to the Alton area. It's probably the coolest thing I've ever held in my life, Cordes said about the letter. One of the first things when I became the director, after seeing it, I thought, this is neat, and I really want to share this with everyone. I mean, it does belong to the district, and so people should get a chance to see it. Now, the letter was written by Lincoln to Simeon Ryder, an Alton resident who built the building at 31 East Broadway. that now houses My Just Desserts. Lincoln was a practicing attorney at the time, and he advised Ryder on a legal matter. Cordes noted that the handwriting and content of the letter are equally fascinating. It's what you would expect, she said. First of all, the script is so neat to see, and he's very matter of fact. He talks about a legal matter at hand. It's exactly what you'd expect it to be. I think when people come see it, it's my hope that there will just be this overwhelming feeling of I'm looking at a real piece of history by someone who really left an incredible mark on the country. Now, in addition to the letter, a few pieces of china owned by Mary Todd Lincoln will also be on display. People can view the letter and Mary Todd Lincoln's china throughout the day on February 17th, but you have to pre-register for Tom Emery's lecture at 10 a.m. Now, this is titled Reimagining Places of the Past, Historic Preservation Lecture Series Part 2. Abraham Lincoln in Alton with Tom Emery. You can call the library at 618-462-0677 to save your spot today. Cordes hopes that February 17th's event will also encourage people to check out all of the selections and the material at the Genealogy and Local History Library that's located at 401 State Street in Alton. There are several displays at the library, so visitors can learn about the history of Alton and its surrounding areas, and a portion of Elijah Lovejoy's printing press is also there in the genealogy building as well. But the Lincoln letter will be the main attraction that day, and Cordes is excited to share it with the community. She pointed out that it's a unique historical artifact owned by the people of the district and hopes visitors find it as interesting as she does. People can come take a look at it, see a piece of history, see a piece of Alton's history, and see a piece of the library's history. She added, it belongs to the people of the district, and we want everyone to be able to see it. For the full interview with Mary Cordes, you can find that on RiverBender.com /daily show, and join her and I on the first and last Monday of each month as we go beyond the shelves with our friends at our institution, the Hainer Public Library. So as you guys know, I always split these up. We do history, then we do music. If I have, time to kill, I'll do them both in one segment. But on this date in music history, let's take a look. In 2020, Miley Cyrus settled the $300 million copyright infringement lawsuit that accused the singer of stealing her 2013 hit. I'd use that word loosely. We Can't Stop. The lawsuit filed in 2018 was made by Jamaican songwriter Michael May, who alleged that We Can't Stop replicated his 1988 track, We Run Things. That happened on this date in 2020. 2011, Scottish singer and songwriter Gene Rafferty died at the age of 63 after a long illness. Rafferty had been a member of Stealers Wheel, who had the 1973 U.S. number 3 and UK number 8 single Stuck in the Middle with You, and the solo 1978 UK number 3 and number 2 single, one of my favorites, Baker Street. In 2009, Led Zeppelin singer Robert Plant was voted the greatest voice in rock music by listeners of the radio station Planet Rock. That's kind of a, I don't know if that's an official thing. Plant beat Queen's Freddie Mercury, Freeze Paul Rogers, and Deep Purple's Ian Gillan to the top spot in the UK poll. I don't know. Come on now. What do you think? Is Robert Plant really a better vocalist than Freddie Mercury? I don't know. Tough one. That'd be tough. Alrighty, in 2008, Beyonce won a long legal wrangle over claims that her song Baby Boy infringed on another artist's work. I was young then and remember this. The appeals court in Houston upheld the 2006 decision, which dismissed musician Jennifer R. Moore's claims that its lyrics were based on her work. Miss Moore claimed that she had posted, "I got a little bit of love for you" to Beyonce's manager and record company in early 2003, but didn't matter. 2006, the house where Johnny Cash lived for 35 years was bought by Bee Gees singer Barry Gibb. The rustic house near Nashville went on the market in June 2005 with an asking price of $2.9 million. Gibb said he planned to preserve the house to honor the Cash memory. Unfortunately, Gibbs' ownership of the property was short-lived. In April of 2007, the house burned to the ground. Gibb was having the house renovated when a flammable spray sealer caused fire to break out during construction. In 2005, the owner of recording studio where Eminem recorded the groundbreaking Slim Shady LP was found shot dead. A.J. Abdallah, who was 36, was discovered by a business colleague at the Detroit studio. It was thought that he had been dead for at least 2 days. Police suggested that that a robbery may have also taken place. He lived in an apartment above the studio on 8 Mile Road, the Detroit street, which inspired the title of Eminem's 2002 film, 8 Mile. Britney Spears in 2004 had her surprise marriage annulled less than 55 hours after tying the knot at the Little Wedding Chapel in Las Vegas with childhood friend Jason Alexander. The couple married on Saturday morning during a night out in Las Vegas, but immediately her lawyers filed an annulment saying Spears lacked understanding of her actions to the extent that she was incapable of agreeing to marriage. One final, couple ones on this date in history. In 1975, Elton John started a 2-week run at #1 on the U.S. singles chart with his version of the Beatles hit "Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds." His third U.S. #1 single, the song featured John Lennon on guitar. In 1974, Bruce Springsteen played the first of 3 nights at Joe's Place in Cambridge, Massachusetts, supported by Peter Johnson, the Manic Depressives. On the ticket, it stated, "Because of the energy crisis, all of our outside lights, except for one, will be shut off." There you go. Let's see. Any final ones? Yeah, on this date in history, The Doors released their self-titled debut album, The Doors. The album features their breakthrough single, Light My Fire, and the lengthy song, The End, with its orbital spoken word section. The album was recorded at Sunset Sound Studios in Hollywood over 6 days, and the unique packaging of the album included each band member's bio. Jimi Hendrix Experience played the first of what would be over 240 gigs in the year of 1967. They started out at Bromell Club in Bromley. Many of their concerts were 2 shows per night, and they hit 240 gigs in 1976. Liverpool's Mercilessly Beat published its first popularity poll in 1962, the Beatles coming in first place and Jerry and the Pacemakers voted second. Wow, that's a band name. Oh, one final one. 4 days before his 20th birthday, Elvis made his second visit to Memphis recording service and cut 2 songs onto a 10-act tape, Casual Love Affair and I'll Never Stand in Your Way. Studio boss Sam Phillips asked Presley to leave his phone number, and the rest is history. That's what happened on this date in music history. Before we take a quick break for top of the hour news, make sure that you are up to date with all the great work that the team at Sparks Junk Removal and Hauling is all about. Community service, #1, coming up on January the 8th, their Christmas tree pickup program is back to the races yet again. You know, I think it's really cool that the team at Sparks Junk Removal does this. Please call Sparks Junk Removal to make sure they know to come pick up your Christmas tree. This is really cool. You know how it goes. A lot of you get real trees. I actually love real Christmas trees, but with my puppy Nico, I don't want to take the chance and then come home and then all of a sudden my house is in disarray. So I went artificial this year. But if you have a real one out there, we all get how hard it can be with just getting rid of the damn thing. You know what I'm saying? You drag it out of your yard or out of your house, you throw it in your yard for a few days to hope it dries out, and then it creates this brown ring because you left it sitting there for 3 months, and then you try to light it, and then it's dangerous because you throw one match on it, the whole neighborhood could go up because it's just a dried out tree at that point in time. Why worry about it? Just call Denise Sparks and have her pick it up from you for free. All you have to do is go to sparksjunkremoval.net. That's sparksjunkremoval.net. And you'll find all of Denise's information, and you give this number a ring. Are you ready for it? Let's give it to you. Oh, well, I would. 618, if my computer would load, 618-433-1128. That's 618-433-1128. That is the phone number to call for any of Sparks Junk Removal services, whether or not you need her for junk hauling needs, demolition needs, or to sign up for her weekly trash pickup. If you're in the selected areas, you call 618-433-1128, and you call that number to be a part of the free community Christmas tree pickup program. One of the great things that Denise Sparks, the queen of junk, and now the queen of junk and trash pickup, does each and every year for the community. SparksJunkRemoval.net. That's SparksJunkRemoval.net, and start your journey with Denise Sparks today. The time is 10 o'clock in downtown Alton. We'll take a quick pause. Top of the hour news next on RiverBender.com.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Linux system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Mungan Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Mungan Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Mungan Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. This fourth day of January and the fourth day of the year, but who's counting? Time to take a look at what's happening around the Riverbend. Out of Edwardsville, the Edwardsville Police partnered with the Illinois Department of Transportation and law enforcement across the state for the holiday drive sober or get pulled over drunk driving enforcement campaign. Here are their results. From December the 15th through January the 2nd, the Edwardsville Police showed zero tolerance for impaired driving. They arrested 6 offenders for the deadly crime of DUI, 1 child safety seat citation, 1 distracted driving citation, 8 speeding citations, 3 illegal transportation of alcohol citations, 7 misdemeanor charges, and 24 other traffic citations were issued during the campaigns.
Lieutenant Brandon Whitaker with this statement: "We need to drive this message home. Impaired driving is seriously risky business. It is illegal, and it endangers the driver, their passengers, and everyone else on the road. The Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign helps our law enforcement deal with this problem head on. If you're under the influence, do not get behind the wheel." The Edwardsville Police ramped up its usual enforcement efforts with this campaign. They added 6 additional officers for this enforcement effort. The holiday enforcement campaign is administered by IDOT with federal highway safety funds managed by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Also in the news, Dan Brandon brings us the latest out of Alton, where Alton police were called to the scene where an adult male was found in a wooded area in the 2300th block of Lincoln Avenue at 12:37 p.m. Wednesday, January the 3rd. Here's the latest. Alton Police Chief Jarrett Ford said when officers arrived at the scene, they determined the male subject to be deceased. Here's a statement. "The investigation into the male subject's death is ongoing," Chief Ford said. "Investigators with the Alton Police Department's Criminal Investigations Division are conducting the investigation and are being assisted by the Illinois State Police and the Madison County Coroner's Office." Ford closed with the following statement: "Anyone with information is asked to call the Alton Police Department's Criminal Investigations Division at 618-463-3505, extension 634. 10:05, Colin Feeney bringing us the sports roundup from Wednesday, January the 3rd. Collinsville turned in a great performance in its first game since winning their Prairie Farms Holiday Classic, taking immediate charge and going on to win over Jacksonville at Virgil Fletcher Gym. They ended up winning 63-33. Highland, in a Mississippi Valley Conference game, jumped on an early lead and also didn't look back at a win at Waterloo's Gym, winning 55-39 over Waterloo. Also, funeral arrangements have been made for Jim Lafka, the legendary area coach. Longtime Bunker Hills boys basketball coach died on New Year's Eve morning at the age of 90. Visitation will be held at Mount Zion Lutheran Church on Friday from 4 to 8 p.m. with funeral services being held Saturday morning at the church beginning at 11 a.m. Burial will take place at Bunker Hill Cemetery, and our condolences from our team at RiverBender.com to all of the friends and loved ones of the legendary coach. 10:06, let's take a look at weather before we take a quick break. 35 degrees, it feels like 40 today, clouds and breaks of sun, but please stay up to date with RiverBender.com weather as we have the potential for a storm early next week. We're all still trying to determine, looking at weather maps. I've been talking to Chad Scott with Hyperlocal Extreme Weather about just where that low pressure system's coming in and who's going to be getting the accumulation or who's getting anything of that. So we'll stay up to date for the next couple of days. Chad Scott will join us on Monday. Tonight, we can expect partly cloudy conditions. Temperatures will reach 40 degrees today. They will drop down to 24 degrees overnight as we head into Friday, where we can expect a high of 38 degrees, a low of 32. On Saturday, a high of 41, a low of 34. 55% chance of precipitation on Saturday as we kick off the weekend. On Sunday, mild conditions, 41 for the high, 30 for the low. Then we come back to the week on Monday, the 8th of January, where we can expect a 50% chance of precipitation, 45 for the high, 34 for the low. But right now, as it sits at 10:07, 35 degrees, feels like 40 for time and temperature throughout the day. Give this phone number a ring, 618-465-4545. This time powered by Bounce Back, Rehab, Recover, Return Home. Before I take a quick break, SafeFoodSpecialist.com. That's SafeFoodSpecialist.com. Why, CJ? Great question. Let me answer it for you. Linda Pedersen is the best at what she does when it comes to giving those food safety classes. You know, when she took a leap of faith 6 years ago, she didn't know how well this was going to go, but she really cornered the market, and she is traveling the state of Illinois, and I mean the state, going all the way up to Rockford, coming back down to Champaign, you name it, she's there, and she has classes coming up all year long. I know that she has a class coming up at Johnson's Corner in just a few short days, and you can go online to SafeFoodSpecialist.com to see any of the information for upcoming classes. So this is perfect For any of you that are in the food service industry, you got to get that license renewed, and she is the best at what she does. She'll keep you entertained. And for all of you chili cook-off folks out there, especially with the chili cook-offs getting ready to come down the pipeline in a few short months, you need that food manager's course, which Linda Pedersen provides online at safefoodspecialist.com. You can hang out with her and I tomorrow as we talk food safety, and normally on the first Friday of each month with Food for Thought with Linda Pedersen. We'll take a quick break. 10:09 is the time. Daily Show on a Thursday hits you right after this in the heart of the 618. Is it time to buy, sell, or even time to consider a short sale of your property? Meet Lisa Webb, owner of 3rd Street Realty. This local, women-owned, family-operated realty group has over a decade of experience in foreclosures, first-time home buying, and so much more. 3rd Street Realty prides themselves on holding your hand through the entire process. Let their expertise guide you to your dream home. Visit 3rdstrealty.com and start your journey with Lisa Webb today.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
Welcome back to our Daily Show. Here's CJ.
6:14. Welcome back to our daily show on this 4th day of January, a Thursday in downtown Alton. Joellen, Seed To Sewn in studio. How are we doing this morning? How's your Germania?
Great. Always love some Germania.
Now, are you a regular coffee person or a?
Absolutely.
See,
it's the
I'm
bean
trying.
of life.
I'm trying. I'm still stuck on the GBH, but I'm starting to progress more and more to the real stuff.
I like the fancy stuff. I was a little rushed this morning, so the regular good old coffee beans doing the job.
So the other day, we were talking. This is really cool. Seed To Sewn is just kind of starting out, and you're already off to a pretty good start. I saw that you guys are now the official apparel provider of the Grafton War Memorial that's getting ready to be unveiled. Correct?
Correct. Yeah, we're honored, blessed, and it's been an exciting road for us inside of doing business for our company for Seed To Sewn, and this is some expected involvement that we never expected. Special shout out to the mayor, Mike Morrow, in Grafton, and his lovely wife, Lynn. She is just a ray of sunshine. Really, everybody that we've met in Grafton, but this has been huge for us, and we are honored to be able to do this for them.
Well, I mean, it's really incredible. And before we dive into this really cool initiative and really cool partnership that's kind of coming out of this, I want to talk about Seed To Sewn just overall, because I find this really fascinating. It's an interesting industry. If I can, speak today, I do get paid to talk for a living, having some problems. But take me through how you guys had this idea to kind of start this and really hit the ground running.
So together, it's myself and then the other co-owner is Chris Grigsby. We have about 40 years combined in grocery management, and we spent a lot of hours through the beginning of COVID and all of that in the industry. And, together we've got 40 years combined, and we reached a point where we said, okay, we work really hard. We always do. And we wanted to do this for ourselves.
Yeah.
And we tried to find, an industry that would have a market, something that everybody could use. And what's the number one thing that everybody has a ton of in their closet or their drawers? T-shirts, right? I mean, every event you could commemorate it. Your bachelorette parties, your family reunions, T-shirts are like the number one item that everybody buys and has a lot of.
Right. So take me through how you guys decided on this. So what was the conversation? Was it just looking through some of the different options out there and going, we really could probably do this?
We started with a list of about 15 different ideas of, what we could do. And then through, deliberation, we decided, maybe that's not for us. And maybe this is not really going to be what we want it to be. And we started looking into doing T-shirts. And there's so many different ways. Yeah. So many different techniques. You have your direct-to-garment. You have your screen printing. You have direct-to-film. Really, the major difference between direct-to-film is that you could print in full color. You're not limited on the amount of colors that you could use. It's fully loaded with not only the colored ink, but a layer of white ink. And that's then printed onto a film that we could take that is just 100% ready to go, transferable. We take heat transfer that onto your garment. And it's a little different in the fact that it's baked into the garment rather than laying on the surface.
Can I grab this?
Absolutely.
That's why I wanted to, in case you guys really want a bird's eye view here, just a little bit more description. I mean, looking at it, and I mean this, not patronizing you because you're here. Looking at it, you can tell that there's a difference in the quality of the print.
Absolutely.
And honestly, I know that because I actually did a little bit of screen printing myself. So I know how tough this is. But the feel of it even, I mean, it feels like a quality shirt that you would get, that you get at one of the nice stores, and we have that here.
It is. There really is no major difference. Like your big retailers, they're all using that little, emblem that's on your pants. Their pants are going to fall apart before that emblem's going to go anywhere. So really, when we sell these, a lot of customers ask any special care instructions, things like that. And, if you want to take extra precaution, you can. Mm-hmm. But even our manufacturer says it's good for so many washes. And I wash these constantly, still soft. You can't feel edging on it, no cracking, no peeling. It's going to take you a little bit longer to lose quality in our garments.
Absolutely. So take me through the first day. You already made the decision. This is what we're doing. Take me through that first day, when you guys decide we're going to do this, hit the ground running. How did that look?
It was a lot of researching.
Yeah.
We did a lot of researching online as to, this market, what does it look like in the Illinois and St. Louis area? Is it heavily saturated? How many other people are doing what we want to do? how much competition is there, and cost, because the printers for direct-to-film are not, they're not cheap. They're not cheap.
No.
They're not cheap. But the capability that comes from them is absolutely amazing, and it's so nice being able to have that technology to be able to take whatever design you want. I mean, literally, you want a picture of your grandkids on your sweatshirt, we could do that for you. If you want to go in and design something, you could be the artist. If you want us to print your logo, we could do that. So our first night, you know, it was like we have endless possibilities, and we're so excited about it. But really, we had to fund the idea of this printer. So what we started with, and people might have seen us, we started doing the Alton night markets on Tuesday nights. We've vended multiple places, but what we started with was soy wax candles, and then we do sugar scrubs with organic coconut oil. And that's probably a lot of the product that people initially seen coming from Seed To Sewn. We still offer those items. Obviously, our attention is directed on the direct-to-film. But, I mean, that's really kind of, it's been a whole journey for us, because we've gone from vending in a pumpkin patch to being beside a lake. And we travel with our press, which is also something that you don't see a lot of in T-shirt companies, and not to bash anybody's business or what they're doing, because everybody's art and creativity is amazing. But that's really how we thought, okay, let's separate ourselves and differentiate ourselves, and we're going to come to these shows with a press. And you can pick your shirt, you can pick your color, pick your size, you can pick the design on the table that you like, and we can make it for you on the spot.
Wow. So how long is the turnaround on a job like that? If it, let's just say, make it simple, if it's a 2-color print or something like that, how long does that process take?
Well, we are basically print on demand, so we can print 1 or we can print 500, whatever is necessary. Really, the only waiting time for us, the turnaround time, it just falls on the garments. We offer a selection, but if you wanted something other than, we're always happy to do that, but we're looking at usually about a 2-day delivery on the garment itself, and then the process of actually putting it together is no time.
Awesome. And one thing I wanted to ask with your printers, do you have any issues with like matching colors, or if you know, because I know on the old and some of the old techniques of doing screen printing, you couldn't have certain colors near each other because they'd bleed over and blend.
Correct.
Do you have that issue with this?
No.
Wow.
No. Yeah.
Okay, no,
so
that's cool.
It does a first layer of just complete colored ink, and then it goes on the next layer, a whole layer of white ink over the back of it. And I apologize, I was going to bring you a transfer to show you.
Oh, it's all good.
If you're not familiar with the world of direct-to-film, please go in, Google it, take a look, and kind of research it, because it's very neat to watch the process of the transfers being printed. Really? No limitations on colors.
That's what I think is so cool about this, is that there's no limitation at all, and you get quality material, because people go, well, why not go online? Here's why: it's cheap. Anytime I've gotten something online, a lot of the times the material comes back and it's not really lasting.
Exactly. You know, when we first started this, before we had our printer, we wanted to put our logo on shirts when we would go into these shows to, you know, create that brand recognition. And some of our shirts we ordered online from print-on-demand companies, and it took us an extra 10 days to get them. They were twice the cost of what we offer. They showed up faded and crooked.
Okay.
So that's another difference, you know, where you're a print-on-demand company and we're right down the street, so you know the quality. And if there's something that we have done, our turnaround time to be able to take care of that issue is no time. It's not 10 business days. You know, you don't get those limitations. You get that person-to-person, print-on-demand kind of customer service, which is what we want to offer.
Absolutely. You got a moment to stick around? I got to pay a bill. 10:23 on this Thursday morning. We'll take a quick pause here and we'll continue our conversation with Seed To Sewn right after this on RiverBender.com.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit Macias csinsuranceagency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Dance with Mary Jane, one more time to kill the pain. I feel summer creeping in and I'm tired of this town again.
Welcome back. You can't hear that conversation. Welcome back to 20. That's my favorite part of this show, Joellen. So let's talk about the National Memorial of Military Ascent. This, whenever it broke a couple of months ago that they were going to do this memorial in Grafton, I mean, it stopped the presses because this is something new, it's innovative, and this is a really great nod from the village of Grafton. And you are now the official apparel provider of this memorial within a year of business. That's incredible.
Thank you.
I mean, number one, like you said earlier, great on Mayor Morrow's part, and his wife for really kind of opening their arms to you guys and saying, let's do this. But how did this come about?
So we, in October, they have the Witches on the Water event in Grafton, and we were scheduled to come and vent for the event. And then I just kind of got this idea, and I thought, I'm going to send them an email because let's take this like one step further. And I said, do you have anything event specific for Witches on the Water? And they said, no, we've never, really done that. And I said, okay, I'm going to send you 5 designs. If you would agree, pick the ones that you like. And I said, and we'll agree to give back $5 per garment. So every T-shirt, every long sleeve, every hoodie, we set up a pre-order for the month leading up to Witches on the Water. And then the day before for the early wristband pickup, we were there in person on site with the press and the garments and the transfers. So the day of the event, if you've never gone to Witches on the Water, I love Halloween. I've been to a lot of Halloween parties, but I've never seen anything as awesome.
It's huge.
It's huge. I mean, really, and it's a whole party. And the level of participation, the costumes, the events that they have going and planned around Witches on the Water, all of that is fundraising for the memorial as well. And the ladies that kind of pioneered the Witches on the Water, their committee, it's Treby, Christine, Desiree, and Jessica. 4 lovely ladies, cannot say enough nice things about them. I mean, really, they impressed me. But they gave us this opportunity and said, okay, let's do these 3. We came down there, and the day of the event, I was behind the table on the press for probably 7 hours straight.
Oh no!
Yeah, it was great. It was great, and that's what we wanted, because this was an opportunity for us to prove not only to everybody else but to ourselves just what we were capable of in the world of business, and it was a great opportunity.
Well, and on top of that too, not only in terms of business but in terms of just performance. 7 hours of printing all those shirts is not an easy task for anybody.
No, absolutely not. No, and every single one, I was proud and happy to do it, because that's really what we decided when we started Seed To Sewn, is that we wanted to offer a product not only that everybody could use, but at a price that fit every walk of life, that everybody could afford, and give everybody that creative outlet to do what they want and how they want to express themselves. But also, we love giving back. You know, we're about the common man. We've been blue collar. We've worked for everything our whole life.
Yeah.
We know that the economy is what it is. And, you know, while we do business, we don't want to be millionaires overnight and just be greedy. You know,
Yeah.
we're always about giving back. So not just, you know, Witches on the Water, anybody who would be in need of our services. If you, you know, have non-for-profit, if you have a church or a shelter or someplace that you want to do any kind of fundraising, you know, that's really what we're about, is giving back.
That is really cool. And honestly, and it's something that I don't know if you've heard yet, but really great on your guys' part for coming up with that cool incentive to really get them, you know, to really have that great partnership. Because it seems like sometimes partnerships are great for one, but not for everybody. But this seems like a really, really beneficial and symbiotic partnership.
Correct. Yeah, and it all started with Witches on the Water.
That
And
is
then the
amazing.
mayor and his wife approached us with the idea that, you know, maybe, you know, do you guys feel like you would want to do this? Do you want to pray for the memorial? Because we want to work together. We want to do this. And that's, we are so blessed because, one, I love this area. I love the River Road. I mean, Mother Nature's painted a perfect footprint for everybody, you know, any given day. Even when the river's frozen over, there's not a reason to not drive the River Road, to not go to Grafton, to not view this area. It's excellent all by itself. But then you think about the businesses inside Grafton, and you think about the different things that you could go down and partake in Grafton. I mean, with this monument, honoring our veterans, you know, this is good for Grafton. This is good for business. This is good for everyone. You know, business owners, property owners, anybody along that route, that stretch of road. You know, this is a vision that they have with this monument for Grafton, and we're totally behind it. I want to see that happen, and if anybody goes and enjoys any amount of time in Grafton, I'm sure everybody is on board with wanting to do the same.
Well, especially, too, I don't know if you know this at home, but Grafton actually has the largest number of veterans at 17% per capita, which in the state of Illinois, which is a huge number in terms of population and ratio. And Joellen, I've really appreciated talking to you today. And is there anything else? How can we reach out to you and start getting some work done with you? Because you guys have great quality material. You're already growing. You're making some great community partnerships. And I know that so many others are going to say, yeah, let's go ahead and give Joellen and Chris a call.
Thank you. Yeah, we're excited about it. You could visit us at www.seedtosewn.com/NMMA. At the top of our website, just a little area you click in, it'll take you to all of the pre-order items for the memorial. If you want to order a garment, just know that proceeds from each item that we are pressing, we are still donating back out of every single one, and we are doing that on a monthly basis, and we will continue to do so. The memorial looks to open and be built and complete by 6/6 of 26. There will be other events along the way. They're going to do war reenactments this year, Witches on the Water will take place on October 19th, and we will be there for that as well.
Cool.
Lots of good things happening. Please feel free, go and check out our website, see what we have to offer. Look at the memorial. Please read up on the information about the memorial. And then also, if you don't want to order a t-shirt or hoodie, that's okay too. If you want to make a donation, you could check with the Hall in Grafton or any of the businesses inside Grafton. I know a lot of them are offering up the sheet here to where you could go in and make a direct donation to the campaign.
Just incredible. And Joellen, anytime you want to come back on and fill us in on how it's progressing, how the business is going, you're more than welcome to. I think it's really cool to see two folks take a leap of faith and it turn out pretty damn well in the first year.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, we call it a leap of faith, call it what you will. But, you know, it's a journey. You know, you think you know a lot about business after you've spent so many years running somebody else's, then you realize there's still a lot of things to learn, but that's part of the beauty of the process.
Absolutely.
And we're happy to be here. We're happy to print for the memorial. Thank you for having us. We very much appreciate you.
Absolutely. No problem. And Joellen, seriously, congratulations on all the success so far.
Thank you.
And it's not an accident. That's all the hard work you two are putting in, and really it's showing.
Thank you.
If you need to utilize Seed To Sewn services for your own events as well, go to seedtosewn.com, just seedtosewn.com, where you can fill out the contact form and you can go through some of the photos that you'd like to utilize and all that good stuff as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's an area in there where you could upload anything that you like. We have tools to help you if you're not exactly savvy with the computer. And then also, if you're ever struggling to the point that you can't figure it out yourself, please contact us. We are always happy to help answer questions anytime needed. We are more than happy to.
Awesome. We'll take a quick break. SeedToSewn.com, SeedToSewn.com for more information on the National Memorial of Military Ascent. I always forget. I always miss the two words, and I flip them around, and I feel terrible every time.
It's okay. I always say NMMA, and then I do that. You say that real fast too many times. It starts getting messy.
That's exactly what happened. Yeah. And you can find all the merchandise that is available to support this campaign as well online, seedtosewn.com/NMMA. We'll take a quick break. Daily Show on a Thursday continues with Russ Smith and Greg Franklin right after this in the heart of the 618.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Lennox system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Mungan Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Mungan Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Mungan Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
Welcome back to our Daily Show. Here's CJ.
Jane, one more time to kill the pain. I feel summer creeping in and I'm tired of this town again.
10:38. Welcome back to this Thursday morning. RiverBender.com. CJ Nasello, Russ, Greg, and the Lodge at the Lovejoy in studios. We are talking all about this Pasta House reunion. So, Greg, do you remember during the chili cook-off? I don't know if you do or not, but you mentioned this to me very briefly. I had about, may or not have had 7 or 8 cores into me, but I still remember the conversation. And I also saw the note that it's coming down the pipeline. This is really fun.
Well, yeah, I kind of remember that. We were... I think it was a chili cook-off, and I was looking around, and I saw maybe about a dozen people that I used to work with at the Pasta House, and thought, man, reunion would be a great idea.
That is so cool.
I ran it by you, ran it by people, ran it by Russ, and man, I think it's going to be a great time.
It's going to. And I mean, Pasta House really was a staple in the community for a long time. And people, hell, I wasn't even born when it closed, I don't think.
Yeah, you got to be a certain age these days.
But the building still stayed there in that iconic spot with that tomato on it for quite a while.
Right.
When did you start at the Pasta House?
I think I started about 1988 through about 1993. I wasn't one of the original people. I think it's opened up in 86, but did a pretty good stint there.
Tour of duty went pretty well.
Learned a lot.
Well, and I think it's really cool that we're doing this at the Lodge, and not patronizing you because you're here, Russ. I think it's Alton's living room. I really do. I think the aesthetical appeal of it, plus just the atmosphere when you walk in, whether or not it's a soccer game on the television or anything else, the camaraderie's there, the atmosphere's there, and that really, to me, is the perfect equation for a Pasta House family reunion, really.
Yeah, wow, flattering. Thank you very much. And, we love to have events there. This is a unique event, which we love to do, and we're always open to hearing ideas. And when Greg came up with it, it was, just perfect fit, and lucky to be able to have it. Whether it's a small crowd or a crowd of 200, we can handle it there, and that's what's nice about it.
It really is. And that's what was fun at the chili cook-off, going back to that too, is throughout the day they got large, they got small, but it didn't matter how many people showed up. You guys had more than enough space for everybody to really interact and have a good time, just like on the 13th, correct?
Yes, on the 13th, January.
And what time does it start?
We're going to open up the doors at 6, and then Matt Tall's going to play from 7 to 10. So we got that going for us too. So
I can tell you where my parents will be.
Well, they're there quite a bit anyway. So.
That's true. That's true. Well, I really think it's just really cool that you and Roland came up with this, and we're sorry we couldn't find the time to get him in studio today, but talking about it now is going to be really cool. How long did it take to put this really together? Did it take very long?
Oh, not too long. I mean, the details, yes, but just the idea. Everybody's so enthusiastic about it, and you talk to somebody and say, "Hey, what do you think about this idea?" And they would be like, "Man, that's going to be such a good time." So,
take me through the atmosphere. Was it a pretty good working place when you were there?
It was fantastic.
Was it really?
I mean, it was old school. A lot of employees. And you have 18 to 30-year-olds in there, and it got pretty wild too. We had a good time. We all hung out and everything, and I'm looking forward to seeing some people I haven't seen in 30 years, maybe.
Well, and what I thought was cool is just seeing the group that was made on. I don't know if you saw that, Russ. They have a Pasta House Reunion Facebook group.
Yeah.
And people are into this. I mean, it is really becoming a fun thing to talk. And now, if it goes well, will you do one again?
We'll see about that. We'll talk to see what Roland has to say about that. And that would be fun. We could do it every year, every 5 years.
Sure. Yeah,
more than there.
No, it's you see all the people that used to work there for when they were kids, and you see them now, and they're all grown up, successful with families and everything. It's neat.
Absolutely. Well, I think it's cool that you guys have opened this up too, instead of just being employees, saying, hell, family, friends, anyone that went to the Pasta House that wants to go, be a part of it.
Well, that's part of the thing. I mean, it was a unique place in that, it was a Pasta House franchise, but it had the feel of a hometown restaurant. Yeah. And, you'd have events coming through town. Roland would snatch those up, and we'd, I met Arnold Palmer several times.
Whoa! No way! Hell no! At a Pasta House?
Yeah, when they were building the golf course out there and everything. And, they had all the events there at the Pasta House. It was a pretty big time in its day. So
how was he as a person? I got to ask this now.
I'm sorry?
How was Arnold Palmer? Was he a good patron? Tipped?
Hey, I don't know. It's like, hi, Mr. Palmer. That was about it for me.
He could have tipped you with some of his drinks,
I'm not sure I was waiting on him. We were all probably just ogling over him,
That's so cool. And it's just stories like that, because that's what I think Alton is so special. And really the Riverbend region, no matter what town it is so special, because there's stories like that all the time where people haven't seen each other, I'm sure, in 5-6 years, but oh, hell, I worked with him at the Pasta House. And then you talk and rekindle those friendships and those memories that make it fun.
And, the people that, I learned a lot from Roland about the whole industry. I think he's pretty proud of the people that he put into the service industry that became lifelong service industry, own their own restaurants. Jeff Thomas and Mark Pruitt owned Bigelow's, and they were kitchen guys back in the day. And Rob Honke runs the marina.
Yeah.
And, there's all kinds of people that are still in the business.
That's going to be fun to see who worked at Pasta House. Just remind them when I go is going, man, who are the employees that are leading the region today?
Forgot about him. Oh, forgot about her. For sure. It's like a high school reunion.
Yeah.
And, you look back and when you probably glorified because it's like you look back and you remember it in a glow.
Yeah.
But I will say that Roland, back in the day, I remember him being, not really part of the Pasta House crew, but part of, downtown Alton in general.
Mm-hmm.
Roland was connected with everybody in town. I mean, he was good friends with everybody at City Hall and all the aldermen and all the major businessmen in town. He brought everybody together. There would be, a lot of what made Alton exciting back in those days were him and his group of contemporaries hanging out downtown at Mitch Durr's place or Cat Daddy's or something like that, where they'd have dinner or whether it, just be rolling. They were a lot of fun. I mean, those guys were fun. They were young at the time, younger than, your age. Roland was, just a exciting guy to have in town for about a decade or so.
Well, and that point alone, Russ, that's something I tell whenever I go out of town, and especially when I do the wrestling stuff. And when I was in Austin, I say this all the time, that's what's fun about watching Alton work, because a lot of those fun events and things that we've come to love as traditions and staples really developed, like you just said, just guys having a good time getting together and talking about ways they can put something on for the city.
No doubt.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So do you both have a moment to stick around? I got to pay one last bill for this show, and then we'll come back. We will talk more about the Pasta House reunion, but I got to ask you about the Lives of the Lovejoy, because you put in a lot of work to the building, I know, and it's turned in. I mean, it is beautiful, Russ, and I got to ask you more about it too. Is that cool?
Absolutely.
Certainly.
10:46 on this 4th day of January. Let me pay one last bill my water's due, and then we'll come back and we'll wrap up the Thursday morning that was with Greg, Russ, and the Lodge at the Lovejoy. Is it time to buy, sell, or even time to consider a short sale of your property? Meet Lisa Webb, owner of 3rd Street Realty. This local, women-owned, family-operated realty group has over a decade of experience in foreclosures, first-time home buying, and so much more. 3rd Street Realty prides themselves on holding your hand through the entire process. Let their expertise guide you to your dream home. Visit 3rdstrealty.com and start your journey with Lisa Webb today.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. A little bit of change. Welcome back to this Thursday morning in the heart of the 618. CJ Nasello, Russ, Greg, watch the Lovejoy, RiverBender.com. What else can I say right now? Oh, let's get back to the interview. Coming up on January the 13th at
6 o'clock. We'll open the doors at 6, and then Matt Tall's going to play from 7 to 10, and we'll see how long it goes after that.
You guys have a great music venue for some really cool acoustic and just performances in general.
We've done a wide variety of stuff, and I love what we've done. We've got music at the lodge. Now, the way it's all set up, just FYI, is in the back, that garage I did is called the lodge. Mm-hmm. It's where the fireplace is and where a little cozy bar, it looks like a lodge, is. And then up front, it's the Lovejoy Event Center, where we do our weddings, where we do reunions, parties, where we're going to be doing the Pasta House thing is, because it's a couple hundred, well, we're hoping maybe 100 plus people, up to who knows how many.
Yeah.
But we'll do that in the Lovejoy up front. And then, we've got the patio, which is fantastic in the summer, and we love to have music out there, and that's where usually the music goes. And in the future, I've got a really 15,000 foot square foot warehouse, and we hope to utilize it for events there too. I mean, we've done chili cook-off there.
Yeah.
We've done some flea markets there and some other events. We hope to do some music, but it's just a great old building. And as an aside, not to get too far off track, but that whole area in there, basically from downtown to 9th Street was in Alton's past called Piasol Valley, and it's where manufacturing really had its beginnings here in Alton.
Yeah.
And how Alton really sprung to prominence. So all these warehouse buildings are gone now, except the one that we have on our property, which is the old Beal Shovel Factory.
You're right, because Lenhart's gone.
Lenhart's gone. The Tawada building's gone, and the one at the end of 9th Street is gone too. Through the years, they've all been torn down, and I think it's just a cool legacy, to have that building, and hopefully it's not in the best of shape, but hopefully we can save it, have more events there, continue to improve it, along with everything else at the Lovejoy.
100%. And when did you take over the property?
I bought it 10 years ago.
Okay.
And first off, it was Elijah P's Burgers and Brews. Mm-hmm. And we did that for a while, and I learned a lot. And we had a great venue that people still talk about, 60 different taps.
Yeah.
But it kind of got unwieldy, kind of got out of hand. And transitioned after a while into an event center, which it is now.
Well, and just before we keep going here, I think it's cool how you personalize the events too. I love driving by the building and seeing the billboard lit up, and I think that touch alone, where you say happy birthday or have those messages, that's a really cool touch that people remember.
Oh, like I said, so happy how it's kind of evolved and the kinds of things we have there. Yeah. We've got a quarter auction coming up, which is a fundraiser for College for Kids.
Great program, too.
Great program, and we've got...
I saw you have Bluegrass coming up this weekend, don't you?
We're doing Bluegrass.
Sunday afternoon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this Sunday, and every first Sunday of every month, we're going to have a Bluegrass open mic jam, so you can bring your instruments, come on down.
Tate Kelly, a well-known bluegrass musician from metro area.
Definitely. Bringing in a lot of good players. And we've also have... Alton Main Street is going to be there this next coming week for their annual appreciation, and we've got a great relationship with Sarah McGibney, and she has events at our place, which I really appreciate. Besides all the weddings we do, all the parties, we've got those even through the dead of winter now, through say March. We're booking things, and people are lucky or more than welcome to call me. We'd love to host your party.
And that's what I think is cool, because like you kind of both were saying too, I mean, whether or not it's in the building alone, you have enough space for anything you need. There shouldn't be any questions.
We're versatile.
Yeah, that's for sure. And as we circle back just to this event, because we have a couple of minutes left in the broadcast today, is there a cover charge to get in?
No, we're not going to.
No cover. It's
hell yes! I love it. Get your ass down to the Lovejoy. It's free to stop by now. You got to get your drinks and, make sure we're all having some fun.
Yeah, cash bar. And, I'm sure we'll have some...
Pasta House fare.
Yeah, some throwbacks, the old
no
days.
way.
Yeah.
Now,
the old salad, everybody remembers Pasta House salad.
Yeah. Do some pasta con broccoli and, some simple Pasta House fare, and we'll also have the kitchen open. So.
Oh, really cool. Now, I got to say, the steak sandwich is one of my favorites, but I now have a new favorite food at the lodge, and that's the taco. I am telling you what, my dad got me hooked on these damn things. They are amazing. Who's the cook?
Yeah, we're lucky to have an in-house chef, and we're lucky to do food in-house for no matter your event. And, we've got a very simple bar fare menu, but we can also do fine dining if you would like. So
Steve Roswell does a good job for us.
Definitely.
Really cool.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm all in on all of this stuff coming down the pipeline, especially with this Pasta House reunion. So let's go back to this as we're wrapping up the show today, just so you guys have all the information. 6 p.m. the doors open on the 13th. I'm starting to remember. I'm waking up now, Russ. And no cover charge, cash bar, and this is for the friends, family, employees of the Pasta House. Correct, Greg?
We're not too particular about who comes to this. We just want to get people in there and have a good time.
Now, who's going to be doing the cooking for the Pasta House fair? Is it going to be Steve?
We'll do the same as usual.
We'll in-house staff.
He's got a good Italian side to him.
And I will say that Greg has his mind is a trap for all the recipes they used to have, and when we do a house salad, which is a Pasta House salad at the Lovejoy, he oversees what we put in it to make sure it's right on point.
No way.
Hey man, that Pasta House salad done right is great. So
I love it. I mean, I really just love this.
Yeah.
And as we were talking too, we added it to the RiverBender community calendar is the Bluegrass Jam open mic jam. That's
awesome.
on the first Sunday of every month.
Right, that'll be started. That event is 2 to 5.
Awesome.
But we open at 1 o'clock.
And then let's go down your hours if it's okay too.
Sure. Right now, we're open Friday, Saturday, and Sundays through the winter. The lodge does get kind of chilly. We're hoping to expand, but right now, Friday at 4, Saturday at 4, and Sunday at 1.
That's really cool. And now, can you order food each day you're open?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I always wonder when I go in. And see, I'm the guy that gets nervous to ask questions because I don't want to act stupid, but I'm good at that anyway. I should just ask you. And then, how's Bossa Nova going?
Great. 20 years this year.
No way.
Which is surprising even to me. And I look back, we're talking about staff. The staff I've had there and the people, probably half the people from Pasta House worked at Bossa Nova. We've just had so many great customers, and such a good run. I hope to keep it going.
Absolutely. And Greg, I really appreciate you coming, getting a hold of me and really letting me talk about this, because this is right up my alley. I love unique events, but this is something that's Alton Kana to me, you know?
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I can't wait.
Really cool. Anything else that I haven't talked about yet?
Well, I just like to say, if you know somebody that might be kind of off the grid or something that you know used to work at the Pasta House, get in touch with them. I want to get it out to as many people that used to work there as possible, and let's see some faces we haven't seen in a while.
Absolutely. Greg, Russ, thank you so much for your time.
CJ.
That does it for all of us here today. We'll see you on the 13th for the Pasta House reunion, and I'll see you back here live tomorrow as we wrap up the week it was, live at 9. On that note, have a great day, but most importantly, try your best to stay out of jail.